We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7th. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cole. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
The Broncos at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver.
From the 24, Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receiver.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful when you have that much.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Pat Surtain getting down from his corner spot to make that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. He hits Adams, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st down, Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Again, they'll throw with Carr.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And finding Keelan Cole. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket.
Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. He stiff arms him. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually the ball underneath, people start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll air this one toward Coleman. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession? And
that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
To throw his Carr. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown!
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Flush to his right.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Carr now on 1st down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he's got it down to the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try and run with a fullback, Johnson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. On play action, now Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Counter play with Jacobs. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the option, here's Jacobs. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Carr going to go on fourth down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Here's Carr to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now Carr maybe with a free play. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At the 31-yard line.
He'll hand this one off to Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 73 yards on the ground now for Gordon. 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Wilson wants to throw it.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.